For a very long time, I've wanted to get into Dark Souls. I enjoy difficult games, and I think it's the kind of series that I would really enjoy. Usually, one thing that gets me into playing games is the music. And so I saw someone suggest that I react to Asylum Demon. I've never heard it before. I have my keyboard in front of me to help react and analyze and break this down. Let's get straight into this. Okay. There's a few things that I found really interesting here already. So there's the harpsichord. We're in the key of E minor. We have the rising choir that I find really like. We know that an epic, really powerful section is about to come next. The choir sounded something like this. Kind of that rising sound, but I think it was a male choir. There's a kind of a really powerful timpani as well. There's a chaotic, almost monster. I mean, looking at it, definitely monstrous, but there's a chaotic kind of like twisted, almost sinister feel to this. I like the it's the one foundational thing that helps to kind of like establish the key in this particular piece, whereas everything else feels a bit more atonal, chaotic. So it's like we have one consistent thing, which maybe is you, the player, surrounded by chaos and something very disturbing. I love the we've changed key actually to C minor, but we have this thing called chromaticism where we have a note outside of the key. So it should go or but no, it's like a just keeps you on your toes kind of thing. Almost feels like a spider in a sense. I love that. We've changed key again. We've changed key 3 times so far. I think E, C, G flat. Played on the violins, and it's all I've noticed actually. Whenever one instrument takes over a more melodic idea, there's always 2 doing it. It's like the violins and the choir, for instance, or the brass and the low strings, for instance. It's like everything comes in pairs in a sense. I wonder if that has anything to do with what you're fighting against. I love that phrase. 2 changes there. 3. This is such a clever piece in the way that it modulates between different keys. I almost get the feeling and sensation of unpredictability in whatever we're fighting against here. Especially in sections like this. It does that thing a lot, actually, where you have one set of instruments, such as the low strings and the brass, holding down the particular chord. And we have the choir and the violins. It almost creates this kind of like this split dynamic where you have one really consistent, stable force with something a bit more chaotic. I get a kind of sensation of the player fighting against something truly maniacal, unpredictable, and chaotic. The other thing I'd like to mention as well is the use of the harpsichord that I find really interesting. It's that kind of sound, not the rhythm, but that's kind of sound. Which I always feel like when it's heard in video games, it's one of those instruments that makes it feel like this is a boss kind of thing. There are a few instruments that kind of take that role. Organ is one of them. When you hear like the really strong, powerful organ, you feel like, okay, this is something's about to go down. Like when you hear this. Surely somebody knows what I was playing there, but you feel like there's a finality to it. And the same when you hear the harpsichord, I feel like there's a similar feeling to it. Solo focus this time. That's a terrifying piece of music. That's awful in terms of what I'm fighting against. The music is so well constructed. It's incredible. I love to anybody that's played Dark Souls. I'd love to know your thoughts of how the music correlates to what you're fighting against. If you haven't played Dark Souls, I'd still like to know how you feel listening to it. As always, please suggest more, and I'm open to exploring all sorts of games that I haven't encountered before. Until next time, thanks for watching and take care.